it is Peace and Harmony here. We are zooming in and focusing in really on a very uplifting and hopefully exciting and fun-filled video here for you. I really want to zoom in and focus in on the importance of planning and looking forward and really reinforcing a new structure after you've been in a relationship with someone who is abusive, narcissistic, psychopathic, borderline, whatever it is, this individual, they might have been a real positive person for you at some point in your life, but then if things have changed, it can really create a need to, sort of look at the lifestyle or look at the patterns, the emotional patterns, the behavior patterns, and the value patterns and your self-esteem patterns that were reflected in this relationship, and to what degree did it put you to the lesser, the not as good as, or not as important, or not as powerful, or as relevant, or etc. So in other words, where did you sort of get shut down and then not know how to open back up, stand up for yourself, make a decision to not take it this way? So this can really be an important time for people to understand to what degree are they still sort of stuck with certain issues on the past, and to what degree is that holding them back and creating a barrier to your happiness and your I am for the future. So feeling that you have a future. So you really have to look deep down and to say to what degree are you open, and if someone, says you have a great future, or I have a great future, to what degree can you resonate with that? So I think you really have to test the waters a little bit. And then to what degree can you, say, I have a great past and I have a great future. And when you can make that statement, you really become into be a little bit more in the present. And that's really going to be a better, I would say, state for you to learn about, and to not be sort of misdirected from that state. So a lot of people get stuck in these bad habits of, dwelling, brooding, feeling that they can't figure something out. And this creates sort of a block, and then they can't move forward. They can't meet people. They're not able to grow. They're not able to progress. They're not able to realize their dreams or feel that they can dream again. And they don't really have a sense of opportunity or positivity or potential or possibility. So you really have to realize that that is nothing more than a very important focus that you need to adopt and embrace and get really excited for, because you do have a future. I have a future. So you need to be open to that state. And just to even get there, a lot of people, I would say, who had tough pasts, they feel that they don't have much of a future, or it's bleak, or they've bought into those shenanigans that you will always be trauma bonded, you will be enslaved, you'll be guilty, fearful, obligation, not having self-esteem, not over knowing what that is in life. So it's important for you to realize to what degree are you open and able to resonate, which means are you able to get excited for that statement? If you are not excited, then that's a good way for you to test the waters. If so, then how are your waters? Are they serene? Are they placid? Are they just right? Is it the right temperature, color, feel, fragrant air, right spot of the world for you right now? I mean, to what degree then can you actually capture and understand and know and embrace then what is a happy future look like, feel like for you? That would get you excited, that would get you happy, that would get you sort of feeling that, hey, this is something to look forward to. And oftentimes that is missing when people are trying to really work through the hard work of healing through abusive relationships. It's very difficult to simultaneously have a dream and still feel that you have a lot of challenges still going on within. So, getting those down to size and accepting where they're at can be really the best liberation. Is really, I feel, if you can embrace your true limitations. Oftentimes these were not embraced or even admired or respected by those people who are narcissistic or psychopathic. They do not, kind of as a rule of thumb, really want to follow this rule. They have sort of this violationary nature where they really sort of want people to be a specific way for them and really get a thrill for people changing for them and catering to them and et cetera, versus a healthy exchange in awareness of terms. So for a lot of people who have been wounded there and have had wounded self-esteem, they haven't been able to have good focus, organization, a goal that they, sort of things that they have accomplished that they really feel good about. You really need to rekindle and reignite that feeling state. At what time in your life, if you can indulge yourself, did you really feel, man, this is what it's all about for me? This is really happening. I'm so excited. And then where do you see yourself? Were you standing on a boat? Were you standing in a business office? Were you standing in a church? Were you standing on a riverway? And where are those true moments for you? Not what someone told you, but that you do love, that you truly embrace. You think this is the cool stuff. This is the good stuff. This is what it's all about. Like, this is what makes me tick. This is what I want to hang a star on. This is what I want to lasso the moon for. What was that experience? And to a certain degree, maybe that got out of balance or went awry, or you sort of got robbed of your dream. You got set back temporarily. So get it back to the drawing board and be willing to have the buoyancy just to put that dream back out into motion, and not to be fearful or scared that it's wrong or it won't happen or you're asking too much. You might want some, happy life changes, and they might be big, like you want to move, or you want to get remarried, or you want to find a new boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, fiance, travel. You might want to take get a degree. You might want to go back to school. You might want to go back for some sort of certificate or licensing, or only you can know that best for yourself, and only you can declare it, and only you can make it happen. If you don't have the behaviors, that writing it down, making the phone call, driving to the course, following through, meeting somebody, having some chit chat, then you're not staying on top of and accountable to yourself. So you need to reevaluate and then make that a priority. Because oftentimes, if you're in a relationship with a narcissist or a psychopath, it is their priority that you are living really sort of under. That can be important for you to kind of change that priority and have your own priorities, your own, whatever it is for yourself. And it's okay to have that. So then looking forward and knowing a little bit about that, what looking forward is really would float your boat and make you happy and excited this year? What is like a key word? Is it joy? Is it love? Is it color? Is it intimacy? Is it hope? Is it balance? Is it physical activity? Is it travel? What is your key word? What is your kind of key goal word for this year, 2021, or whatever it is? What is really your goal, and get to know what that is for yourself. So if it is success consciousness, if it is abundance consciousness, if it is love awareness, if it is strength awareness, if it is financial abundance, if it is balance, if it is physical vitality, physical balance, mental balance. What is your key word? What is, if you can grab it out, that feather in the air for just a moment, and you can say, this is what it is for me. What is that? And then to make sure that you understand that that's realistic. It's not dramatic. It's not erratic. It's practical. It's enough. You don't have to make oftentimes goals that are way too big, but what is realistic for you that you can do, today, this week, for this month, and then next month, and then again looking forward. And to what degree can you reprogram and continue to reshape that forward looking, and then allowing that energy, that newfound energy, to allow that in, and then to be balanced and comfortable with that. And so when things come up, you know how to handle it, you know how to manage, you know how to protect yourself. You've been through this before, and you have a degree of serenity, and I'm at the helm, and things are well, everything is okay. And to what degree can that resonate with you? And then you can kind of hold that in your vision for just a bit, but at least know that for yourself, and then make that your goal. So this is like a real intangible. I love the intangible like that. So I hope that something like that gives you kind of a goal for this year. And remember to get your appointment book. You can go to Amazon, wherever. You can get a brush dance. I don't have like affiliate links. I don't have that here. You can find, whatever ones you like. I like these. And these are things that you can write down, and that they're kind of cool because this one has a band and it holds your place. So, and then it has, little sayings and things that, keep you looking in the right direction. Sometimes people, you need to sort of keep a couple signs on the road, put up the signs, be happy, live for the joy, live for the peace, live for the, what is it, and then knowing that about yourself, and then having that, embracing it, nurturing it, and allowing that to really grow and flourish and bloom for you and produce, what does that produce for you? And then how do you know when you're doing sort of that right thing? How can you create that new self reinforcement pattern within, and make sure that becomes, sometimes it might need to be, you might realize, oh, I need to do a lot of work in this area. That means you're unconsciously incompetent, but then you become consciously incompetent, going, whoa, I need to change up here. And then you become consciously competent, which means you're working on it, you're reinforcing, you're putting effort, you're making deliberate effort. Even if it makes you uncomfortable, at least you're changing, you're growing. And then with enough repetition and experience, you will become unconsciously competent, which means you don't need to see all the signs. You don't need to see, the sign that says live to be happy. You know this, you got this, you live this day in and day out. It's part of your internal new wiring. It's your reprogram. It's what juices you. It's like a car that you plug into. You're plugging into a better energy. What is that better energy for you? You might know it right now. You might know it today. You might know it this week. But what is that? And then kind of what is that sort of word and goal for you, that goal word for you this year? What really rings true? What one word? Is it peace? Is it harmony? Is it love? Is it serenity? Is it joy? Is it togetherness? Is it family? Is it passion? What is it for you? And then knowing what that is, and then allowing yourself to allow your behaviors to sort of coalesce and congeal with that as its nucleus, as its focus center, then you'll be able to sort of have life working for you, and things will begin to get easier. You won't have the struggle, the waffling, the indecision, and you won't be held back by that anxiety state. You'll learn to manage it and saying that, that is not appropriate. And then you calm down that feeling through sort of the breathing, the biofeedback to self, your self-talk. And then you begin to feel better. And then you're able to state through the astralmations, I am normal. This is normal for me. I am normal. This is normal for me. And then, and then being able to know that, and then embrace that, and then feel good, and then knowing to have that forecast moving forward. So it, what makes you happy, and then you can incorporate and, integrate it in your day, in your hour, in your plans. But make sure you make really specific plans, write them down in your appointment book, and even the recovery dates that I talk about here on the channel, the emotements that I talk about here on the channel, the astralmations, all those are great tools that you can sort of really combine to really make that alchemy and that change, and then heal yourself for really the best you moving forward. This is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, and I hope that these videos always help. Please share, please subscribe, and please donate for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support. Have a great day.